Arjun Rampal throws a fit when confronted with his relationship rumors. Someone wants Ranveer and Deepika to prove that they are in love. What lies ahead for the aging Sanjay Dutt? Arjun Kapoor is distancing himself from Sonakshi. Hello to all you guys who have tuned in. I am Mia and I've got a jam-packed show for you on WeChat Presents 9XE The Show.
I'm hot, you're not, I'm a superstar, I'm a superstar. 9XE.
Let's kick off with Arjun Rampal's shocking reaction to relationship rumors. Last year, one of the biggest headlines was Hrithik Roshan and Suzanne Khan's divorce. While their split seemed amicable, what followed was a media circus that painted Arjun Rampal as the reason for the breakup. The rumors refused to die down, and last week we heard that Arjun had moved out of the home he shared with wife Meher and into a 5-star hotel in the suburbs of Mumbai. Since 9XE The Show insists on getting facts right from the horse's mouth, we seized the opportunity when we ran into the man in question, Arjun, at Dabu Ratnani's calendar launch. And this was his reaction.
There was news of you being out of the house, not living with me.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
That's strange. We expected Arjun to deny these rumors now that we had given him a chance to, but he just walked away.
Thank you.
Not over yet. He made it clear to his host Dabu and wife Manisha that he did not want any more media interactions. Then he retired to the bar and 10 minutes later he left the venue scathing with anger. Oops, Arjun, hope we did not rub you the wrong way. Moving on from one couple to another, looks like Sanjay Leela Bhansali is not convinced about the chemistry between Ranveer Singh and Deepika Padukone. So he is making them rehearse their romance. Yes, you heard us right. We did say rehearse and romance in the same sentence. Just take a look at these photos. Do you think their chemistry is lacking?
No, yeah.
Well, if you ask their director, Bhansali, you might just hear a yes. Bhansali brought the now alleged couple together for Ram Leela, and we practically had to sit in an ice-cold room while watching them because their chemistry was so sizzling. But when it came to working with them in Bajirao Mastani, Bhansali was still not sure about their chemistry. So he made them shoot some scenes a few days before Christmas just to see if they still had it. This is when Deepika begins her schedule only in March this year. Looks like Bhansali had a few doubts. Maybe he too believes that when a couple takes their relationship off screen, they lose their on-screen chemistry. We mean just look at Kareena Kapoor and Saif Ali Khan. Their chemistry in Kurban and Agent Vinod was as hot as a wet blanket. But Deepika and Ranveer are not the only ones spending time with each other in the name of art. Didn't we already know that the newly single Hrithik has asked his Mohenjo-Daro director Ashutosh Gowarkar to let him spend time with his co-star Pooja Hegde? Perfectionist Hrithik wants to get their passion just right before they begin shooting. But when it comes to the eccentric Bhansali, he might or might not keep the test scenes shot with Deepika and Ranveer in the final cut. But seems like the duo decided to do some method acting themselves. How else can you explain their cozy New Year holiday in New York? Well, as long as the final product is hot and heavy, no one is complaining. Least of all, the actors. From the younger lot, let's move on to someone who has been in the industry for over 3 decades and has seen it all. We are talking about Sanjay Dutt. What lies in store for Sanju Baba now? When Sanjay recently stepped out of jail for his furlough, that's a customary leave from jail, there seemed to be something different about him. Gone was the man who sobbed when his sentence was announced. There was a new calmness and even a certain playfulness in him. So 9XE The Show decided to charter the course of this new Sanjay Dutt. We got in touch with those close to him to discover the man behind the troubled image and to find out what exactly lies ahead for him when he finally is a free bird.
The good part about Sanjay is that he has great goodwill in the industry. He is the Baba of the industry, as they call him. You know, people really love him. And he is lovable. So in the sense that, you know, every time he comes back from these jail stints or whatever happens to him, his life is like a roller coaster. So as an actor, people have no complaints where he's concerned. So why shouldn't they accept him back after he finishes his jail term?
But will this be enough to see him through another inning in Bollywood? After all, at 55, he might not be having the best pick of films. But 9XE The Show found out that Sanjay, in fact, has producers lining outside his door with scripts and he could be due for the best work of his career.
I guess people were wary of approaching him when his jail term was announced. But once he's back, they know that there's no jail term. Their investments are safe. They will approach him, and Sanjay is going to do some of his most memorable and wonderful work after he comes back from jail.
In fact, his friends have put projects on hold for him because they see no one else in the role except their dear friend Sanju Baba. Like Raju Hirani and Vidhu Vinod Chopra, the men behind the Munnabai series.
My deal with him is when he comes out, we start Munnabai the day he comes out. So he keeps reminding me of that, and I'm trying to write for him. So no, he's good. He'll be fine.
But it's not only his professional life that's been looking up. He has found a serenity in his home life as well. After battling drug addiction, the death of his mother Nargis, and later his first wife Richa Sharma, and losing the custody of his daughter Trishala, Sanjay has found solace with wife Manyata and their twins Sharan and Ikra. At the New Year's Eve party thrown at his residence, Sanjay left the socializing to Manyata, whose idea it was to have the party. And he spent all his time with his children. In fact, he is extremely protective of daughter Ikra. It's a natural instinct since he was not there while his first daughter Trishala was growing up with her grandparents in the US.
There's nothing left to bring a turmoil in his life. He has a nice family. He has a wife. He has 2 children here. He has Trishala settled in New York. And everything for the first time in his life. He knows that there's nothing which is going to come and hit out at me.
When you've led a life like Sanjay's with so many ups and downs, there will be someone out there who would want to capture it on celluloid. And who better than a friend to do it?
You know, you will need to live 20 lives to face all that he's faced in that one life. Abhijat and me, when we used to leave his house every night after hearing like 1 decade of his life, we'll step out and say, yaar, hum to je nahi aisa lagta hai. The amount of, he's seen so much in terms of his, you know, he was in drugs and the underworld days, the court cases, the lawyers, the relationship with his father, his marriages, and there's so much that I think it's a very interesting film.
Sanjay Dutt might have led a troubled life and might have been an enigma for the most part of it, but you can't deny the pull that he has on the audience. The ball is now in their court for his next inning. Coming up, 9 actors rejected this biopic. Sonakshi wants to get back with Arjun, but he does not.